And hello, fellow raiders. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And I thought we would take the opportunity to look over the account since it is not in any urgent need to summon during this 10x weekend. I don't believe in the 10x's, but go ahead and pop open the champion collection and see what we've got. So these are some of the champions I am using currently. I am not very good at using or filling in masteries and blessings, so I recently got a 5-star blessing on Awilla here. I haven't even picked it. I probably should do that. I should also do her masteries, but I always tend to level up a champion uh, in the Minotaur lair, getting their masteries along the way as somebody gets scrolls, usually the champion in question. But not the best at picking the blessings and the masteries. Sometimes I'll do a partial mastery fill. She needs a blessing too. So, Roll is a wonderful champion in everyone's account. These are some of my more used champions these days. Kind of a pain to find people because of the ascension system, but most of these are fusions are guaranteed. So just a quick from among my top ascended champions, fusion, lucky pull, fusion, lucky pull, fusion, guaranteed, lucky pull, guaranteed, lucky pull. Uh, Fusion, guaranteed. Login. Lucky, fusion, lucky, fusion, or login. I think guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't remember. Fusion, I've actually pulled several of her. Fusion, login, guaranteed. Lucky pull. Guaranteed. Shop. Guaranteed. Pull, fusion, pull, fusion. Guaranteed, fusion. Lucky pull, fusion. Guaranteed and a pull, I think. I think I might have two of them. Fusion, pull, fusion. Fusion? Yeah, fusion. Guaranteed. Pull, pure fusion. Pull. So yeah, there's a mostly fusions and guaranteeds, which is why I'm heavily biased toward those type of champions when I spend my shards. As far as let's see, stuff in the vault. So these guys I have built, they have gear on them. Just a quick overview of them. You can just glance at them and point and laugh, or go, "Why aren't you using that guy more?" Like Lysandra is geared in this way because she was specifically being used for Dark Fae. I had to take gear off her so she could be more easily killed. A bunch of epics I use that are pretty good. I think I have almost all the epics I would even want. There might be a couple voids or a couple newer epics that I would go for, but for the most part, you can see I built out quite a few. I built a very respectable army of rares for secret rooms. So I have videos on various secret rooms for those. Or there's those quests that require you to have one rare for a faction or one rare for the clan boss. So Muckstalker just for the Sand Devil. But Muckstalker only takes you so far. And everyone needs Armiger, obviously. And then the rest of these down here are people I could build or in the process of building or for example, a lot of these guys even have their masteries done. The Moranix is someone I was keep thinking I might want to build, but I have never pulled the trigger. I kind of like the Ascensions to kind of help you out with that, but Ascensions have been a big miss for me in terms of encouraging me to build specific champions. Like, oh, I got a 3 or 4 or 5 star for this champion. I should build that champion. That almost has never happened. System, which is kind of a shame. Wish it kind of would be a little bit more helpful, but all these legendaries at 50, I think have. I think they mostly have master. Most of them have masters. Some of them don't. In general, I will I will push a champion I find potentially interesting to 50 and fill out their masteries. Toronto here, I thought, oh, he might be okay, and I was like, maybe not. He's ready to go in case Yumiko ever makes an appearance on my account. He is ready. A bunch of dupes mostly. And this is a treasure trove of epics. Go to the reserve vault. I have a few interesting ones, I guess. The reserve vault for me is mostly used just for the Guardian Ring, just to save things. Like my first starter champion was Aethel, and she's still sitting there. Funny enough, if I had to do it over again, I would say go Elhain instead. Kale's a great champion early on, but he's a poisoner. You can replace a poisoner. I actually ended up using Elhain more than Aethel. Like I said, if I had to do it over again, I'd probably definitely go Elhain. So I actually still use my rare Elhain for secret rooms and factional rooms. I'm not as big of a fan of Aethel. And again, these are some of the champions I have. Kind of running out of things I want to build. My current. I'm very fortunate to have a 6-star ascended seer, so I have low crit damage because I'm not good at this game. I just never wanted to re-gear her. I very rarely build duplicates, but royal guards. I built 2 royal guards for because everyone kind of did that back in the day. I built 2 dark Elaines for torment countering. It's funny. I've built. Let's see, who was I built 2 of? Recently just built a second Shamail. I'll have 2 Shamails if I'm ever more interested in being serious about Hydra, 2 Geomancers. But in general, I just don't like building two champions, 2 cold hearts. I don't think I've ever built a duplicate legendary. Pretty sure I haven't. I've only built duplicate rares and epics. And then down here are the champions I have in progress. Kate is good for faction wars. She's my rarities for faction wars. I decided on an attack champion because Southern Watchers has way too many support champions. They want someone to do some damage. Demitha, who is ready to be built but hasn't been built. Oh yes, and I built 3 Soul Drinkers. Why? Because it's funny. Soul Drinkers will just die and explode your enemy team when paired with a Gaius. So, a hot tip there for Arena if you ever come across someone who looks like, oh, they're just going to run me over. But they don't have unblockable or unkillable or block debuffs. There are certain teams that are very offensive oriented where you stick 3 Soul Drinkers in and a Gaius, and you can use your other champions elsewhere. I was toying with making Joffred for a stall defense in 3v3, Whisper for faster boss farming, basically. Emic is the fusion that we just had, and I pulled Dracomorph during Emic's fusion summons, and I'm working on the Emic, working on the Draco, and working on the Thylacia, who I think is great epic, but I only recently got her. They are in the mastery phase. Everything about down here is just effective. This is all just food. This is all just food that I collapse when the training event comes around that I actually want to do. All right, so that was the collection. Shards, I keep a lot of shards. I only spend them on guaranteed infusions. I might be tempted to Frisk if it were a 2x, 10x, but just 10x, I'm not interested. Just a 2x, I'm not really interested in. Great Hall is obviously maxed out. I don't really do Live Marina, so I don't touch this. I don't care. Great Hall takes about 2 years to finish. Clan Boss is where everyone gets most of their stuff, especially your shards and books. Running this very old Clan Boss team for a long time. I'll swap the Brawler for a Banshee when the affinity is needed, or if I have to do the rare champion in a CB team quest. That's it. I'm going to move to either one of these two teams. I'm going to do one of these. I haven't decided which one yet. It's kind of going to be that one or that one. I'm still doing a 2-key, this old ancient team. I want to do a 1-key team that can be autoable with the new auto system. Hydra, I've been very lazy on Hydra. Probably my biggest gripe with Hydra is that there are 6 rotations and 3 keys per rotation. That's 18 slots, and they gave us 15 slots. So I hit rotation 5, key 2, rotation 5, key 3, and I was like, oh, I can't do rotation 6. Now I'm sad, so I have to redo a bunch of these teams, but I have not gotten around to it. Let's see here. Faction Warriors, I've obviously done all the Faction Wars. I have a video on rares I recommend Perfection. I'm recommending Pathfinder Kate for Sylvan Watcher because Sylvan Watchers weren't around when I did that video. I'm sure Shadowkin were. I can't. None of the Shadowkin rares really impress me, so I don't do that. Doom Tower, I completed all the Doom Towers, all the secret rooms. I usually wait to do the hard secret rooms until after I've cleared both normal and hard. So now that's done, I'm knocking out like 1 key a day just to have an even number of keys for the auto battle. Isn't that weird? Like that, you have these auto battles or the super raids here, and you can use 2 keys at a time, but you end up with 15 keys a day. So do a secret room, get your 16th key, knock that out. Let's see, Arena. I quickly gave up on Live Arena. I just don't play it. I tried it for a little bit, didn't like it. Takes a lot of time. Gave up on it. Tag Team Arena, I do 1 week on, 1 week off kind of thing. So currently I'm in Gold 2, trying to move into Gold 3. We just had CVC, so I use CVC to push all the way up as high as it can in Gold 2. And then next week, when I'm in Gold 3, I will set a 1-man defense, do nothing for the entire week. Do the easy 1-man person defenses for the entire week. Stay at the bottom in Gold 3, get demoted to Gold 2. And then CVC rolls around again. I set a defense back to a real defense, which I got right now. I push all the way back up and repeat the cycle. So 2 weeks, 14 days. 3 or 4 of those days I actually have to do the fights as opposed to I have to actually do actual team fights as opposed to just 1-man fights. So 10 days I do 1-man fights, 4 days I do pain in the butt fights. As far as buying stuff out of here, I get the energy, which just came off cooldown. I get the brews, the shards, substat charm for the forge, shard again. The expensive accessory, I don't like to buy the cheap accessory. And I'll buy the sacred shard and the rank charm only when I've got a mismatch between how many I've got. So if I've got a big mismatch, I'll just buy these. And, sure. Occasionally I'll buy the book. Not very often. Not very often, though. Let's see. As far as the newer dungeons, Iron Twins Fortress, I use basically Dubkek's team, Mithrala, Claude. I use Owella instead of Godseeker, and Geomancer and Chamfort. That's my team for this guy. Can't actually do keys right now because I used all my keys. Sand Devil. I wish there were, excuse me, I wish there were a team that wasn't a Godseeker Ninja team because I don't really want to build that team. So I mostly just farm stage 11, build the Muckstalker to put him to sleep, and these guys can just kill him. I've been very unmotivated to go higher because I really, really don't want to build that team. I want to build Godseeker and Ninja. Excuse me. Haven't done much in Phantom Shogun. Haven't been that motivated. Emic might actually help with that, but again, I'm not. I haven't been very motivated to push up here yet either. And I think that's about it. Like, my faction guardians are fairly flushed out. I've got only a couple factions that are maxed on legendary. 10, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 4, 8, 8, 4, 10, 8, 6, 8, 2, 0. The Sylvan Watchers are new, but I got a fair number of duplicates for factions, so I'm looking pretty good. I've never empowered anybody, so I've got no empowerments. I got a few Trundras I could do. I could do Chamferts. I've got options, but I've never actually spent them because my Guardian Ring is obviously not full for some of these factions. I've never unbound anybody, so I've got them all, and I've never spent my tokens. I still got my 500. Like, what a wasted part of this game, man. I've never actually gone and touched that stuff. And let's see, anything else that I've missed? I don't think so. I think that's mostly it. I'm doing pretty good on charms and whatnot. Didn't spend attack charms on the fatal gear, crit charms on the what's the good gear set? What's the lethal gear? That was it. Crit charms on this set. But yeah, I've got a decent set of charms built up. And let's see, souls. Everyone likes souls, right? Not really. And not terribly happy with this aspect of the game either. I'm collection. It's a collection. Sitting on those Artax souls. I'm waiting for his 2-star to pop in the shop, but aside from that, one of the only fusions I ever missed was Lanathril, and of course, Lanathril comes in as a 6-star. Otherwise, I got 3 of those. I don't need 3 of those. This is another one of those collections that I just don't even want to bother sorting through most of the time because what a pain. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I do Iron Twins every day. I only buy the keys on the void day, and that's it. That's my account. If you have any questions or comments or want to see something in detail, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. You are my hero, and I will catch you guys next time.